It's been pretty tough the past couple months. Been getting skunked, been working a lot. The weather has not cooperated. So I thought I'd show you guys what I keep in my tackle box. This is a Plano 3700. It's got two side pouches, one pouch in the front. It's got magnets on top. So I thought I'd pull out some of my stuff and show you guys some of my lures. And crack a cold one, I guess. I just got off work, so let's get it. All right. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but just try something and hope for the best. I did clean out my tackle box a couple of days ago, and I was able to go and buy some more stuff. I went to Walmart, Johnny's True Value, and Academy, and Hook, Line, and Sinker, and Tackle Box, the Tackle Box. I got some stuff. So I'm gonna show you a little bit what I got. A lot of these hooks I gotta replace, so I bought replacement hooks, and slip rings. And oh, I got these. These are split ring pliers. They got a little tip on them where it'll help you split the split rings a lot easier. So you can put your hooks in there. These were really overpriced, but I don't like using my nails because it hurts. And this makes things a whole lot easier, so I recommend you get some of these. So first thing, split ring pliers. The next thing I got in here is fish grips. Fish grips are good, especially for trout, anything with teeth. You land a fish, you can just take these, plop them open like that, reach in there, grab the fish's jaw, bottom jaw, and just clamp down on it. This won't hurt the fish, it'll just protect you from getting poked or bit or whatever. So highly recommend getting a pair of these. Those are cool, right? Oh. The first box I'm going to take out of here is going to be the main box that I use. This box is usually the box that I take out first. And this is what I, pull from if I'm like switching out or whatever. Got a lot of lures in here. We'll just do one at a time, I guess. We'll go one at a time. And the most popular thing, or the most common thing that I use, is definitely a popping cork. I like using these. These are the Cajun Thunder popping corks. I like them because they're durable. And these brass beads, they make a lot of pop. And the plastic beads on top make a lot of pop as well. And if this thing bends or whatever, you can just bend it back. And then the flow, obviously, you can see it from far away. And this thing can help you cast a mile out. And it's really good for trout. Makes a lot of noise. Let's see. The newest addition to my box is I just bought this today. It's Mirror Lures little mullet that they have. Basically they took existing suspending twitch baits that they have, and then they printed out like a little mullet film, and they just put it on top of it. This thing looks sick. I've not used it yet. The hooks are real sticky, so it's good stuff. My buddy Justin, aka Texas Tandem, highly recommended this, so we gotta try it one of these days. But My brother-in-law got this for me. It's a custom-made, custom cricket Texas topwater. It's got rattles in it. This thing looks sick. I have not caught anything with it. I have used it a couple times, but it's, if you look real close, it's got little glitter in it. And it's got a star for an eye. I do like the polka dots on this thing too. Yeah, this I usually walk the dog with it. Does very well in the water. It's got good action. This bad mamma jamma. This thing is called a Whopper Plopper. It's made by Berkeley. It's got glitter on top, and the tail, it catches the water and it plops it. It goes bloop, 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 on top of the water, and it attracts fish with it. It doesn't squeak. I've learned that some of these baits, the actual wire down the center and like the bee and stuff, it'll rust out and it'll start squeaking. This one has not done that. This is a saltwater rated Whopper Plopper. This thing is awesome. And I don't know what hooks they use, but these haven't rusted out at all. So shout out to Berkeley. Keep making lures. We love you. Good lure company. Let's see here. This is my favorite topwater. This is the She-Dog. Yeah, made by MirrorLure. I need to change this. I need to change these hooks out. These are really bad. You know what, I'm gonna just start lining them up over here. But yeah, this one, this is a topwater, walk the dog type lure, and it's got a bead in it, and it rattles a lot. I like this one because the rattle, it's not high pitched and it's not too low, so it's less likely to spook the fish, I think. So whenever you pop it, it'll make a rattle, but it's not like super high pitched, and it's not gonna scare the fish away. This is really good in the morning when the sun barely comes out. So I'm gonna leave this here because I gotta change the hooks out. Let's see what else. Where you did this one. This is another She-Dog. I got this one for using at night because this one, it glows in the dark. So if you have like a light on the pier, like I wrote glow on there so I don't forget. But yeah, if you're on a pier at night and you put this thing up against a light and you cast it out there, you can see this thing for miles. It also has a rattle. This one's a little bit more high pitched. This one's really cool, and it's got like a little mullet design on it. And this one also walks really nice. Yeah, this one I'm gonna change out. I'll probably change out the split rings on this and maybe clean it up here or something like that. Maybe I'll do a video on that. We'll see. Man, this thing's all jacked up. Ow. Got another suspending twitch bait by MirrorLure. I gotta learn the names of these things, man. Whatever. MirrorLure makes this thing. You go on their website, this is one of their top lures. This thing catches trout. Does a really good job of it. This one's lasted me a long time. The film inside is starting to like, fold, I guess, or whatever. But this thing lasts a long time. It's got scuffs on it, scratches, but this thing lasts. These hooks didn't rust out. I don't know, maybe I got lucky. Well, they're rusted, but they're not as rusty as I would expect. I'm gonna change these out too. But good job, MirrorLure. You make good products. I dropped the camera, but it's fine because we can take a beer break. All right, moving on. All right, we already talked about the popping cork. Ooh, this one's cool. So this is a Skitterwalk by Rapala. I have always been a fan of Rapala. only because I trout fished in Colorado a while back. I need to go back and do that. But anyway, this thing is sick. It walks too, but it doesn't have as much action as Mirror, in my opinion. I did change out the trebles to singles because somebody recommended it, and I never tried it before, and I wanted to be like the cool kids. So I switched them out. So this thing's got a little bit of foil. It's got, you know, the spots on it. I think it's supposed to be like a rainbow trout or something, but this thing looks cool. I always like Rapalas. Rapalas are really, really, really nice. And it wasn't even that expensive. It was like $10 or something like that. So I bought one. I'm not going to change the hooks on this. I'll put it back in the box. This is a Catch 2000. I don't know why I remember that. This was recommended by a lot of people, like a lot of anglers, a lot of captains. They recommend this Catch 2000 by Mirror. I switched out the hooks because they rusted out. I have not caught anything with this. A lot of people say this slays trout. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about or what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not doing the right cadence or whatever, but this thing looks like it would catch a lot of fish, so I'm just gonna say it's me. I don't know. This thing's sick. This is a suspending twitch bait, so you let it fall, twitch. Let it fall, twitch. It does. This one has a little rattle, itty bitty rattle. See here. So this top water, it's smaller than your regular. This is a she dog. I want to say this is a she pup. You can see the difference in sizes here, right? One's a little bit smaller than the other. So this is just a smaller presentation. It has the same rattle. However, I read that the rattles in these go out faster than the rattles in the bigger one, only because over time water gets in there and the beads inside, they get corroded and they stick. Like sometimes this one, it'll stop. Let's see, look there, it stopped. See that? This thing still works, so I kept it and I customized it with a Sharpie. I put little spots on it. I thought it would look cool. It's got that green mullet color. Also, I had to change out the hooks on this one because it rusted out. This is a custom corky by, or I don't even know who makes it. I forgot who makes it. But I got this at Hook, Line, and Sinker. I call it the cotton candy lure because it looks like cotton candy, like you want to bite it. It's a soft plastic corky. It's got hooks that need to be changed out on it, but this thing is sick. This thing works really good with trout. Sometimes redfish will hit this and it'll bend the lure all out of shape and it'll rip them up. So gotta be careful with using these on redfish, but these things are dope. I'm gonna change the hook out on this one too, so I'll set it down over here. Got your classic Fat Boy, your Paul Brown original Fat Boy. This thing's dope. I was always not a fan of the Fat Boy because I always thought it was too big, but after hooking fish with it, like, you see how big the trout's mouth is compared to this thing, and then, you know, you're not worried anymore because trout during the winter time, they like sucking these down because they're fat, you know, they're trying to fatten up for the winter. These work sick. Another Fat Boy, different color. This one's good in murky water and when the sun's out too. This thing shines bright in the water column. Got a custom corky here. I think it's a custom corky. You go to Walmart, this thing gonna be on the shelf, and this has a little rattle. I don't know if you can see it. It's in there. It's got a little rattle inside of it. This thing, they say gold shines better than silver underwater. I don't know if that's true. That's just something I heard. But that's why I bought this in gold. And this thing works too. It suspends and then you twitch it. Suspend, twitch it. Here we got a Super Spook Junior. Classic Super Spook Junior by Hedden. This thing has rattles. This thing's your, you know, your little pencil top water. This thing works, catches fish. This, I think this is a twitch bait that I think it's offshore fishermen. Bass Pro's saltwater brand, right? This is their brand. This thing was on sale, so I bought it because I like the way the foil shimmers in the light like that. And when you yank this thing, this bill, it'll actually hit that water and it'll go out crazy like a regular bass lure. I haven't caught anything with it, but you know, maybe I'll do another video on it. I switched out the trebles for singles, so that way I don't tear up any fish with it. But this thing is cool and it's really sturdy. It's really hard. So here we got the classic DOA. I never understood why people like DOAs, but I like them because they're so simple and they last a long time and you can catch fish with them. This is my favorite color. It's like a bone color with glitter. And that's why I keep these. These things work. Just a classic lure to have. Simple, it works, and they last a long time. I mean, what else could you ask for? DOA shrimp, good stuff. Yeah, I got different colors in DOA. I got the this is the bone one, right? This is the glitter, sparkly glitter thingy. I switched out the, so this doesn't have a weight in it or a jig head in it. This is just a regular J hook. So I took the J hook out and there's a channel inside here. I put a jig head in there so I can cast this bad boy out and work the bottom. I also have it in red. They always say you should have red in your tackle box. So I figured, you know, maybe you should have a red DOA. So it's a classic lure. I like it. Works. You should get some. Totally get some. The other shrimp that I like using is the I want to say this is chicken on a chain. This is a shrimp by Chicken Boy. Yeah, Chicken Boy makes this. I got this at Walmart one time because they ran out of shrimps. And I was like, you know what? This looks a lot like a mantis shrimp by Berkeley. So I got this as an alternate. This thing, these look like little rage tails in the water. I don't know if some of you bass guys know what I'm talking about. This tail just flickers in the water. And it looks really cool. It's a good color. You ask any angler, this color right here, the chicken on the chain or whatever, the green with black and white and red flake, does a really good job in the water. It's like a real kind of natural color for shrimp and bait fish. This is my favorite paddle tail to throw. This is the Plum Nasty by Kelly Wiggler. I like the paddle tails more than the regular flat ones or the ones with a little ball in them. I just like the action it's got whenever it goes through the water. I like these because when they hit the ground they kind of sit like this, so when you work it, it comes up and it sits. I've caught a bass on this actually, not this exact one but this color. these work too. It also has a little channel down the back for your hooks to come out, and on the bottom. I like Kelly Wiggler swim baits a lot. I got them in different colors. I have this one. Everybody has white. I just think glitter goes well with this white. It's kind of like a confetti type color. This thing looks awesome in the water. This one here, this is one of my favorite colors. This one's called Mansfield Margarita, after Port Mansfield, one of the places I like to fish at. I like using chartreuse heads, and I'm a big fan of chartreuse tails on baits. So yeah, good stuff. Speaking of chartreuse heads, I got these jig heads. I use the Texas Eye jig heads. These are my favorite jig heads, actually. I got what else we got in here? We got Norton jig heads. Those are cool. I got your regular Walmart jig heads. If you can find cheap jig heads that are good quality, that's dope. I got these at Academy. I bought all this by myself, by the way. This is with my money. Spend way too much money on tackle, for sure. Let's see. What else do we got in here? Got a redfish finder. I think that's what this is called. The eyes came out of this thing. But yeah, you pull this to the water, this thing swims, and then this little blade will flicker in the water. Yeah. Redfish finder. I was always taught you should always have one of these in your tackle box. I've never caught anything with it, but the old school guys always kept these, so I got one. This is chatterbait. I got hooked on these when I would bass fish, because this little blade, it comes up and it rattles side to side like that. So this thing makes a lot of noise and it makes a lot of vibrations along with the rolling of the bait. So these work very well too. I like them a lot. This is what do you call these? Oh, AM lures. This is an AM lure. I've caught a trout on this color before. It's a good color. This bad mama jamma right here. This is the Texas made bait bug. I don't know why, but for some reason this exact one, like the white bait bug, trout freaking kill this thing. Like absolutely kill. If you don't buy any lure ever in your life, and this is the only one you get, you will be successful catching anything. At first you look at it and you're like, man, that thing's too itty bitty, you know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Trout and little lures like this, it works. I got it in this color. I went to the bait shop. This is the only color they had left because everybody bought these out, so I bought this one. I have a tandem rig with Ceph lures. My buddy Justin gave me some Ceph lures, so I threw them on this tandem rig here. These work too. Shout out to Ceph. Moving on. This is my whatever tackle box, dude. Anything I rarely use or I have too much of, I throw it in here. See, I got some extra DOAs. This is I don't know what, this is like a knockoff DOA shrimp. I got this because they were out of DOAs on the day I went, so I bought it. This was at Bass Pro. It's pretty much a DOA. Like if you put them side by side, it's the same thing, dude. But yeah, got some more Ceph lures. Yeah, if you've never used a Ceph lure, these are pretty cool because if you look at it from the front, it's got a flat top and it's got like a V bottom right here, right? And this plastic is so durable, yo. Like you can put a bunch of jig heads in here and it won't blow out. And it's like really small, so it's perfect for like tandem rigs, or if you want to throw a jig head on it and toss it out, or You could just throw a J hook in here and toss it out too. And this thing, the tail's got good action, and this thing catches trout. Shout out to Seth Lures. Got a good channel, bro. I watch you and stuff on my way to work. It's like a root beer color. But yeah, get you some Seth Lures. Voodoo mullet. I've never used it. I took it out of the box. It's got good action. I'm gonna try it next time I go out. So, funny story about this lure. I was fishing in Arroyo City one night, and I hooked a catfish with like a circle hook and cut mullet. And I pulled him in, and I'm like, yo, what is in his mouth? Sure enough, he had like this hook in his mouth, and then this hook like in his gill plate, like sideways. This thing was covered in like green moss, or like, you know, just slimy green saltwater stuff. So I took it off of him, and I'm like, dude, that's a freaking lure, yo. And it's a Rapala. So I took it home and I cleaned it up, and you can see little scratches from where the hook was like moving in his mouth. So I was like, you know what? This is like a 1 in a million lure, so I'm gonna keep it. I never changed out the hooks. I don't use it. I just keep it because it's a Rapala. It's got a rattle. You know what? I'm gonna change the hooks out actually, and I'll probably put it in the other box. Put it right here. I bought this when I was like super broke when I first started. This thing's got really high pitch rattles. It's a lot like the mirror lure. This one's a lot thinner though. It's a lot thinner. It's got higher pitch rattles. Almost the same, but different, but still the same. I don't use this thing. I don't even know why I keep it. I might just give it to somebody. Got another sheep up. This one got baked. It's got little waves on it. I still use it. I got light colored topwaters, and this is my dark colored topwater. I don't know what's up with this. Is a classic color, the redhead color with the white. It's a good color. A lot of people say it works. I've never personally caught anything with a redhead like this. There's another sheet pup. This one got warped too. It's got a lot of rust on it because of the hooks. I gotta change the hooks out on this one too. See, this rattle gets stuck too. You hear that? Yeah. If I have hooks left over, I'll change this one out too. I'll leave that one there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 that we gotta change. This one's good. I'll leave it in the box. But that does it for this box. Moving on. You know, a lot of people are like real specific with their beers, dude. But I'm not, man. Beer is beer, bro. When I was in the Army, a cigarette was a cigarette, chew was chew, and beer was beer, man. As long as it was cold and it was free, I drank it. Moving on. Enough ranting. I got all kinds of hooks in here. I got too many hooks. I bought these for gar. I've heard circle hooks are the best for gar. I've heard octopus hooks are the best for gar. I've heard treble hooks are best for gar. So I got offset circles, octopus hooks. I got just thick, like super thick circle hooks for I think these are probably the same size. This is 7/0, 6/0. We got 8/0. These I got from a bait shop. They were a 2-pack. These are 5/0 circle hooks, just in case. I don't know why I bought these. I thought they just look cool. I always thought red hooks look cool. Like when I was a little kid, I was like, yeah, they look like blood, so the fish is gonna bite it. Whatever. Got your croaker hooks. We got little inline 4/0s. We got a hook, line, and sinker 5/0. Shout out to hook, line, and sinker. These are for like shrimp, like live shrimp. And then I got some extra octopus hooks. I feel like every time I go to tackle shops, I always feel like I'm missing hooks. Like I need extra hooks, you know, because you lose hooks like crazy, especially if you're fishing bottom. So I just start grabbing hooks out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Thinking like I'm gonna run out or something, but look at this. These are gonna be what I'm gonna use to replace all of these over here. My wife gave me, she was like, here's some cash. Go to Bass Pro, buy whatever the hell you want. So I bought this box and like a couple lures. These are some of them. These are like your knockoff rattle traps. I figured you should get a dark and a light, but I got them just in case. I got little beads. I like using these. I know some people make fun of people for using these. I like them. Makes things clean. I use these for California rigs. It'll be your main line, a egg weight, a bead, a barrel swivel, a leader, and your hook. Excuse me. I like using these. 45-pound wire leader. I'm gonna use this for gar because I heard gar cut leader line if it's not the heavy duty stuff. These little barrel swivels I use these for Carolina rigs. They're size 7. I like Tsunami. They got good stuff. Replacement snap rings. Random. I just got random swim baits here. Black with red, gold, like root beer color. There's your chicken on a chain right there. We have weird names in the bait making industry, dude. Like what is that? That's yellow, yo. But in bait making, it's called chartreuse, or if you ask me, it's like a highlighter color. You know what I mean? This is yellow, but this is chartreuse. What guy started chartreuse? I don't know. Comment in the video. Who the hell? If you can tell me who made chartreuse, man, I would appreciate it. They didn't look at this color, okay, and you're like, you know what, man? This is chartreuse. Like what? Random jig head just hanging out. I got a little bit of rust on them, but I'm gonna toss these, dude. I don't need them. You know what? I'll keep them in here just in case. Just in case. All right, let's do the next box. Oh, all right, next box. So I got home today and I totally forgot that I bought these. But it's okay though, because these are size 2. These are even bigger hooks to change out the for the top waters. Shout out to Mustad. Sponsor me, maybe. Doubt it. 8 ounce. Excuse me, 3 ounce. I don't know why I said 8. That's a 3. Bunch of egg weights. Man, I keep burping. I prefer egg weights over pyramids because I love using Carolina rigs. I like that they slide up and down your line. It looks cleaner. This thing, like, it lays on the ground, like you pull it, it's gonna get stuck, whatever. Like, I used to get mad because I never understood if you fish bottom, you're gonna get bottom fish, which is what everybody knows is to be catfish. So when I went to freaking Bass Pro, I was like, let me get some just in case. I got 1 ouncers. I got itty bitty ouncers. I got a bunch in here. Just in case. I bought this too, just in case. You can't go wrong with a freaking float and bobber. The bobber setup. It's a classic fishing setup, dude. That's like what everybody learns how to use, like when you're a little kid. These I got for gar fishing. There's actual floats that have weight in the bottom, so you don't need to put a weight on it. It's in there, so you could just put a hook on a line and put this on top of the line. You could adjust it which way you want and cast it out. Got a popping cork. So I heard that if you use a regular size popping cork, like in the morning when it's calm, and the water is nice and flat. There's no waves, there's no wind, there's nothing. It's dead quiet. I've heard that if you use a regular popping cork, the one with the brass beads on them, and you pop it and you snap those beads, it can actually scare fish. Generic jig heads from Bass Pro, just in case. A regular float with a weight on the bottom, just in case. So I got these. They're 16 pieces and they're 1 ounce, just in case. I think that's gonna be it for this box. We did the boxes, so now I'm gonna do my soft plastic pouch. I'm gonna open this and start pulling. However, I don't think I'm gonna do them all because there's just too many. There was a time, like 6 months, where I was just obsessed with buying like soft plastic baits. Never caught anything with them. I just thought they looked pretty, and you gotta have different colors just in case. All right, what do we got here? We have the champagne shrimp from the RustyReelFishing company. So I followed them on Instagram, and these guys, I never knew about them. I saw them once at Hook, Line, and Sinker, and I followed their Instagram page, and the guy made a shrimp, and I was like, dude, look at that thing. And I thought it looked so cool. And I reached out to him. I'm like, hey, where can I get a shrimp like that? He's like, oh, you got a custom order. You got a, not custom order, but you got a special order of them. So I was like, cool, let me get some. So I got this one. This is the champagne shrimp. This is a 3-inch. 3-inch. I'm sorry if I got the measurement wrong. I want to say it's 3-inch. So he sent me this one. And he sent, and I also ordered a gold. Yeah, gold shrimp. This is the 4-inch. This is a big mammoth gem. Look at that thing. Oh, this is how it goes. This is right side up. It's got little ribs. It's got little hands. It's got little antennas with little eyes. The tail. It's got good action, dude. And it's durable. It's good stuff. And it's scented. So I recommend these guys. Oh, he also sent me, what do you call it? Like a variety pack? Here, boom. Yeah, man. He sent me this thing, bro, and I was like, what the heck, man? You guys make all these lures? That's crazy. Purple, swim bait. They make swim baits, dude. This pink one is bomb. I like this pink one. They're local. Shop local. Support your local bait makers and bait shops. Shout out to the RustyReelFishing. Down south, gotta have the white chartreuse tail. They work. A&M lures, baby. You already know. Got the glow in the darks. These work really well. Right here, remember, chicken on a chain, chicken on the sea, just chicken. I don't even know why this is chicken. It's green. But yeah, I love chartreuse tails. These things work awesome in different colors, just in case. If you use a dark colored large swim bait at night, that's how you hook fish at night. That's why I bought these. Never used it, but I got them just in case. Let's see here. Oh, this right here. This is my secret weapon right here. These things right here in my hand is the #1 shrimp that you could ever purchase ever. This right here is my ultimate favorite bait in the whole wide world. Is the Berkeley Gulp Mantis shrimp in the 3-inch. Okay, it's the new penny and chartreuse color. These are bomb. The only thing I hate about these things is that they are so soft and weak. Like, they use like a doughy material or something, and it's infused with this oil stuff. I'll actually take these over live shrimp any day. I always keep a pack in my tackle box just in case. Fish bites in the crab color. Okay, you can catch a bunch of stuff on this thing. If you don't like using live bait, if you don't like using cut bait, if you don't like using soft plastics, you can buy this. This stuff is bomb. I was always skeptical because I'm like, what fish is gonna bite a little piece of gum? You know what I mean? But this thing is dope. You just cut off like about an inch piece of fish bite, you throw it on a hook, and you cast it out there, you're gonna catch fish every single time. Kelly Wigglers, I got them in yeah, pretty much the same colors I was showing out earlier. The chartreuse tails with plum. Is it plum nasty? Plum blue, excuse me. Plum and blue. And we got the Mansfield Margarita, and we have the Bone Diamond. This is the proper names for these three swim baits, excuse me. Here we go, baby. Shout out Texas Made. Y'all make good stuff. Yeah, see, bait bug. This one glows in the dark. But yeah, shout out Texas Made. You guys make good stuff. I like your hats. They got good content. Get some. These bait bugs work. Get some. Outlaw Fishing. The material is durable. They make a good bait. Oh yeah, here, look at that. There's the pink I was telling you about. Bingo flamingo. Prayer fishing. Get some. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for my swim baits. So moving on. Braid. 15-pound braid. 10-pound braid. I never really knew how important this stuff was until I started losing reels. AKA, or not AKA, but like that's why I named my channel Rusty Reel Fishing, because my reels would always get rusty and they'd go bad, and I would have to always buy new ones, and it was a pain in the butt. And then I also learned that it pays to actually pay a little bit more on a reel for better quality, and then you maintain it with oil and grease. You can get the high-end stuff. I get the Walmart stuff. It works the same, or I think it works the same. Clean your stuff. Got some fish attractant. This is Salty 22 garlic oil. My buddy Justin gave me this. I've never really used oils before, but he put me on, so now I use it. So a lot of people will probably agree, but this is one of the most important pieces of equipment you could ever have in your tackle box. Okay? It's very simple. You can get them anywhere, literally anywhere. Okay? Nail clippers. If you don't want to spend money on those little clipper thingies, like for when you're done tying stuff down and you want to snip the tag end off of whatever you tied on, just buy a pair of nail clippers, dude. You can get these for like 99 cents at a dollar store or something like that. If you don't have a knife, if you don't have scissors, if you don't want to use your teeth, nail clippers. This is the absolute most important, most essential, like more important than nail clippers, okay? You need to have this on you at all times when you go fishing. I learned the hard way, okay? And that is some kind of rag, okay? This one's all gross. Like, this has oil stains on it, and I want to say that's bait fish gunk on it. Whatever. You need to have a rag with you, man. You got to have a rag, whether it be an old t-shirt. Like, if you buy a pack of like shop rags or something like that, you need to have something on you, because then you're just gonna be wiping your hands full of the fish oil and grease and blood and gunk on your person, and you don't want to do that. It's nasty. Take a rag. I think that's gonna be it, boys and girls. So I always recommend that you always have ways to switch up. If you're fishing bottom and they're not hidden, you can switch up to fishing top. If they're not fishing top or bottom, you can switch to something in the middle, like in the water column, like a swim bait or a jerk bait or a suspending twitch bait. If you don't want to if you don't want to fish artificial, then you can fish cut bait, or you want to fish live bait if you have a cast net. Have weapons in your arsenal, so that way you don't show up to the spot, you know what I'm saying, and you don't have anything to switch up to. Like, if you show up and all you have is mullet and they're not hitting mullet and you don't got shrimp, then it sucks. Or if you don't have swim baits, or if you don't have plastics or whatever, it's really annoying. And I try to prep myself as much as possible to catch fish. So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna put my stuff away. Probably make some spaghetti or something. Stay rusty.